listening that whole time? Awkward. Jeez. Welcome to the Authentic Go podcast. My guest today, Mr. Riley.
What's
if you
up?
guys remember, one of my previous guests, TJ, is actually present as well. You want to pan over there?
What's going on, everybody?
Yeah. Say what's up to the people. I can't move it that close, but.
How's it going, everybody?
But Riley, how are you doing today, bro?
Dude, I'm good. I'm chilling. It's been a good week, you know.
You know, I just want to mention, you look pretty good today, man. Did you get a haircut?
Oh, bro, got the freshest cut. You know, my boy Jerry faded me up.
Yeah, I feel it. Yeah, same. Let's show the people.
Show it off a little bit. Ooh.
You know, it looks like we got hat hair, but
yeah, bro, it'd be like that sometimes.
yeah, but yeah, no. Shout out to the boy Jerry. Hooked it up with the fresh cut today.
Oh, dude, he always does, man. Every time I go in there, I feel like I leave and I feel like, yeah, I'm gonna go attack the day, bro. Like,
yeah, I love getting haircuts, but I don't do it very often.
yeah, same.
I should do it more.
Dude, the only reason I went is my wife contacted Jerry.
Wasn't even you.
No, hold on. I contacted Jerry because his wife called me to set up the Don't get twisted.
I'm a grown-ass adult, and I still have other people contact for my haircuts.
That's funny. Now I feel that. But it's good, you know, because now that the whole COVID thing is kind of on its way down, we get to go out more, and, you know, it's nice looking fresh.
Bro, I'm so glad that COVID thing is just, like, on its way out.
Yeah,
I was
just
over
dissipating.
staying at home. It sucks.
I know, me too, dude. But you actually had a kid, right, during COVID.
Yeah.
How was
I
that?
I had a COVID baby. It was awesome. The hardest part was, so when my wife went into labor, during the whole COVID thing, like, you couldn't take anybody in with you. So, like, it was me and my wife, and we got to the hospital. So, back up a little bit. It was a Thursday morning. She woke me up at, like, probably 4 o'clock in the morning. She's like, hey, my water just broke. I was like, jumping up, throwing my shorts on, grabbing the bag. I'm like, let's go.
Yeah.
Hop in, get to the hospital at, like, 4:45, 5. And we go in, and they're like, yeah, you're dilated, but it's only about a 1. Like, just go home.
What?
It's like,
they can do that?
yeah, dude, right?
I wasn't aware.
Yeah, I didn't know that they could send you home. So we go home, and I'm like, well, I guess I'm off today. So
Yeah.
I'm chilling at the house, and then nothing happened, like, the whole day. I'm like, man, maybe she was like, maybe it wasn't real.
Go. Did you pee your pants?
Yeah, maybe you jumped the gun a little bit. And then, like, 5 o'clock that night, she's like, the contractions are coming, and I was like timing them on a little app, you know, I'm like keeping track. And at like 7, they were coming like within every like 5 minutes, and like that's when you're supposed to go to the hospital.
Really?
Like, when it's hitting that point, you're supposed to go. So I'm like, hey, we should go. And she's like, no, I don't want to get sent home again.
Yeah.
Like, we'll just hold off. And I'm like,
That's kind of the thing,
yeah,
though.
I was like, that's kind of the rules. And I'm like, all right, but if it gets within 3, like, we're going.
Yeah,
And she's
right
like,
away.
okay, fine. I'm like, maybe an hour passed, and it was at the point I was like, well, let's go. So
Yeah.
I'm driving again. We get to the hospital, and they check her, and they're like, yeah, you're at about a 2 or 2.5. I was like,
Are you really?
that's it? Like, the little app clearly says, like,
Yeah.
at this point, your go time. And they're like, yeah, just go ahead and walk in the hallways for a little bit if you don't want to go home. We're like, okay.
Yeah.
So midnight, after walking in the hallways for like 5
This
hours.
is Friday night?
This is Thursday night.
Oh, it's still Thursday.
Yeah,
Okay.
still Thursday night. So we're walking in the halls for like, dude, felt like forever. It was like 5 hours. Finally, they go back in, they check, and they're like, all right, you're good we'll keep you in for the night. Go ahead, mom and dad, lay down. At this point, it's like 1:30 in the morning, bro. I've been up since 4. I'm like, thank you.
That's insane.
Yes. I make the little garbage bed they have on the couch, and I'm closing my eyes, and the nurses are like, hey, we're going to check you just one more time. And I was like, again, huh? Okay, that's fine. And they check, and they're like, oh, it's time to start. And I was like, what? Like, it is 1 o'clock in the morning. Why are we starting? Okay, let's go. Well, then she starts pushing, and she was pushing for like 2.5 hours, give or
Holy
take.
cow,
And I was
that's
like, man,
tough.
this is rough. And like, so you guys know my wife. She's a small woman. So finally, they're like 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock in the morning. They're like, we have a doctor on the way. We're gonna have to do an emergency C-section. And I was like, holy crap, okay.
That's scary.
Dude,
as a
it was-
parent. Yeah.
Oh man, I
Holy
was
cow.
horrified because I was like, man, what do I do?
Yeah.
And they're like, all right, well, let's go. The doctor's here. So they take the wife back and they're like, Dad, we're going to just get you in a gown. And here in about 5-10 minutes, we'll come get you. So they stick me in this little room outside the operating room. And I'm like waiting there. Bro, let me tell you the emotional roller coaster. 'Cause
Yeah.
it wasn't like 5 minutes. It was like 35 minutes. Nobody came out and talked to me. Like,
You were just sitting there in your emotions.
dude, just sitting there. Like, I started crying because I was like, man, I don't know what to do. Like, I have nobody here to talk to me, like, tell me what to expect. Finally, they come in. They're like, all right, Dad, we're ready for you. And I go in and I'm sitting next to Mary. And she's like, just exhausted. Like, you could just see she was done ski for
That
the day.
sucks.
And they finally are like, I can't see because they have a curtain right here. So I can't see anything. And then I see like the doctors pull my daughter out, but there was no noise, bro. Like it was dead silent. Like it was probably only like 10, 15 seconds, but like it felt like forever.
Yeah.
Didn't hear no noise. And so all of a sudden I'm looking at my wife and she's looking at me and we're just like, what the hell?
Yeah.
Finally, bro, they cleared something. My daughter had something covering her. They had mucus or something
Mm-hmm.
covering her nose. And she starts crying. I was like, oof.
Dang.
It's like, oh man, Dad was not ready for that.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, dude, I was just like, after that, like, you're so pumped. Like, you're just like, holy crap, I'm a dad.
Yeah, like, okay.
My baby is here. This is insane. And they just, like, were like, okay, well, Mom, we'll take you over here. And then she rested till, like, she was so drugged up. And it's probably, like, 11 before she actually woke up. And mind you, this is, like, 6 o'clock in the morning when Brindley was actually born.
So it's like 5 hours later.
Yeah, dude. So about 15 minutes after they bring her into the room, I've been waiting this whole time, like, what's going on? And they come in, they're like, well, Dad, do you want to go meet the baby girl? I was like, can I?
Yeah.
Because she was so small, she was in the NICU.
Oh,
And so
yeah.
I go in there and I'm just like hovering over the bed, like, holy crap, I helped make that. Like, that thing is real.
Yeah, you're like, that's a real ass baby
Yeah,
right
dude.
there.
And, like, the most I was willing to do is I was like touching her foot because they're all wrapped up, and I was like
Yeah.
messing with her foot a little bit. And the nurse comes in, she's like, Dad, do you want to hold her? And I literally, I was dumbfounded. I was like, can I?
You're like, that's allowed?
Like-
yeah.
I'm good to do that? And they're like, yeah. So I was like, I've never held a baby this small.
Yeah, like
what do I
newborn?
do? And they're like, just sit down, Dad. Just sit down. I sit down. She put her in my arms, dude. It was game over. Like,
Yeah.
after that, I was like, I love my wife, but I love this baby girl more.
Yeah.
Like, my wife is my whole world, but this baby girl is like
The universe.
yeah, dude. It's everything. She's
That's
got
awesome.
me wrapped, bro. So bad.
How old is she now?
Oh, she'll be 2 in August, so she's like 18 months, 19 months.
You better prepare, my guy.
Dude, that's what I keep hearing. I'm like,
Them
oh,
terrible
no.
twos, bro.
Yeah.
I live with my niece, like my sister and them. And so, yeah, we go through it.
Is about to go down.
Yeah, no, but that's awesome. And then, so Marcos, he was on last week.
Yeah.
Your guys' daughters are around the same age, right?
Yeah, so his oldest is a couple years, obviously, and then I think his youngest one is similar in age. I think she's probably a little older, but I'm not 100%.
Yeah. But still,
oh,
man,
dude, yeah.
Imagine.
I'm like, man. So what's crazy is my daughter is the same age as like, so there's like County Marco, there's like 5 of us that have kids all in the same age. I was
Jeez.
like, round 2, send them to Murtaugh.
Yeah.
That's where best friends are made right there.
That's
dude.
so crazy. Like, I can't, I'm just thinking, because it's hard to imagine right now, but in like 10 years, they're going to be like, my brother's 15, so they'd be what, like 12, 13?
Yeah.
They're going to be a little bit younger than he is. Like, they're going to be actual, like, whole ass human beings.
Oh, man. I don't know if I'm ready for that, bro.
Yeah, right. And I just kind of wanted to bring you into that, like, retrospect, because we're in our 20s. And you're what, midway through now?
Dude, I'm over half. I'm at 26.
Barely, yeah. But no, 20s, what's something that you've taken away from your 20s that you're like, wow?
Oh, dude. Probably how fast it goes. Like, I remember when I turned 20 and I was like, oh, man, this is amazing. And then you hit 21 and it's like, after you hit 21, you go to the bar like 3 times and then you're like, boom,
Yeah.
25.
Yeah, man. It's crazy because I'm 23
Yeah.
and TJ, you're 24.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so we're all around the same age. And I look at you and I'm like, man, he's got his shit figured out. And then I'm like, that's 3 years away.
Dude. So that's crazy. So like, I still like, I'm heading in the right direction. Like if you would have told me, especially when I was like 19, 20, that this is where I'd be when I was 26, I'd be like, nah, bro, not even. You're tripping.
Yeah.
There's no way. But now, like, yeah, I feel like I'm going in the right direction. You know, me and my family we're on the up and up. But there's so much, bro, that I still am like, what? You have to do this?
Yeah.
Like, with taxes, bro, I use a person. Like, I was all about TurboTax. You know, I'd be like,
Yeah.
done.
Boom.
And now it's like, you want how much to do my taxes?
Yeah.
Like, what?
Yeah, no, but because you got dependent now, you're married. Yeah, geez.
Bro, it's
Which,
crazy.
ooh, that wedding, that was so fun.
Dude, that wedding, so crazy story. We were so after the ceremony, you know, they go and we doing our pictures. And I'm sitting there and I'm like, man, it's hot. It's August. I'm in a full tux right now. Like, I want something to drink. And it's like somebody was reading my mind because my buddy, it was Kenny. Kenny came up to me and he's like, your father-in-law told me to give you this. It's a Jack and Coke. I was like, oh, sweet. I maybe drink half of it, right? And then Kenny comes back up and he's like, hey, your boss wanted me to give you this. Bro, I had probably 12 drinks before I even did dinner. Like,
oh my goodness.
As soon as I'd get one down, I'm like, yes. And I'd set it on the table and then somebody else would be like, oh, here, this is for you. I'm like, bro, I'm not trying to be slammered. Yeah. And if you saw my wedding, like, I did a Magic Mike dance on my wife.
Oh, yeah.
And if I would have been sober, no way. Absolutely no way.
Well, if it makes you feel any better, I did not realize you were that drunk.
That helps. That makes me feel better. Because I was like, oof, I feel a little sloppy right now. Like I just grinded on my wife in front of family.
From everybody.
Everyone, dude. My bosses, everyone. I was like, good God.
Hey, but you're that kind of guy. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So every now and then I can be about that life.
You're a blast to be around. And we've known each other since, shit. Well, me and TJ, what did we bring it down to? It was like middle school, right? That's when I started going over and shit. Yeah. So you were probably like a sophomore?
Yep.
Yeah, which is
yeah.
wild. How did you look at me and TJ? You were
So, obviously, once you and TJ started hanging out, I was like, damn, dude, I got another little brother.
Yeah.
And people would be like, so which one's your brother? And every time I'd point to TJ, they're like, no, seriously, which one's your brother? And I'm like, no, that one right there.
Yeah.
Like, isn't he Samoan? Like, no. He's Hispanic. Oh, by the way, so am I. They're like, no, you're not. You're Italian. Like, fuck, it's a me, Mario.
Is that better?
Yeah, it was like,
That's funny. But yeah, no, because you being 2 years older than us, well, a little bit older than me, 4 years for me, 2 or 3 years older than him. Like, I don't know if TJ, you probably feel the same way, but I looked at you and Marcos and I was like, I want to be like those guys when I'm a senior. Like that's kind of what I felt. Cause you guys, everybody liked you. Like you got along with everybody. You guys were good at sports. I'm like, that's ideal.
Yeah.
That's a senior, dude.
yeah, that was my senior. So like, when I was a senior, I remembered when I was a freshman, bro. Oh my God. Like, yeah, some of the seniors around us they could be a handful and like they definitely let you know that you were a freshman. But dude, when I was a freshman, oh my God, freshmen didn't get a ride in the back of the bus. Like freshmen carried the seniors' bags on. Like you were the seniors' bitches.
Yeah, pretty much.
And I remember that used to piss me off. I'm like, a year ago in middle school, I was a god. Like
that's what I
now
was
I'm
saying,
this guy's
dude.
bag bitch. Like no. So when I was going into my senior year, I mean, I wanted to not be that guy. Like I know I messed with all y'all for sure. I messed with you guys, but I definitely wasn't trying to be that guy. I messed with TJ pretty aggressively. But yeah, no, dude, That makes me feel awesome because that was one thing I didn't want to be. I didn't want to be the senior that like the freshmen were like, God, he's gone. Yes, that guy's such a prick.
And because tying into that, like the person you are senior year isn't who you are forever, right?
Yeah.
But you kind of get a general idea of a person like when they're 18.
Oh yeah.
Like that sort of similar character is always there, like throughout their lives. And like you can tell right away whether you're gonna, well, maybe not right away, but most of the time you're like, I'm gonna like hanging out with this person, right? Yeah. And it ties back to your guys being related. Like you guys both put off that energy, like very friendly is what I should say.
Yeah.
What do you think helped shape you that way?
Oh, for sure, my mom.
Okay.
My mom and just our family in general was like you've hung out with my family a few different times. They're like, they won't care if they know you for like years or like a few minutes. If you show anything to where they can roast you, they're gonna roast you. I mean, they'll start off simple and gentle, but like it's just like something where our family just kind of like is super open about it. Like they want to be friends with everyone. And then my mom was for sure the biggest impact on that. 'Cause she was always like, treat others the way you want to be treated. Like, respect is earned, never given. So like that's probably where I got mine from.
Is respect a big thing for you?
Oh, huge thing for me.
How did that affect your relationships like growing up?
It just kind of helped me figure out quicker like who I was gonna be, who I was able to hang out with. Because like
big money. If
someone wasn't respectful, especially like to adults or even to kids in our own class or kids younger, like if you're not going to respect them, how can I expect you to respect me?
Right,
like,
and why would I respect
exactly,
you?
why would I give that back? So, yeah, respect is huge.
Yeah,
I think it's
awesome.
very
I feel the same way because, and especially today, I feel like everybody's so entitled, so they already think you respect them. They'll treat you like you're supposed to do something almost. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Like I hate when I pull up to like a Jack in the Box and the person in front of me is like, "Why are you guys taking so long?" Like just chewing out the cashier.
Yeah.
And I'm like, bro.
Bro, they gotta get bills paid too.
Yeah, like it's not like they want to serve you a hamburger, bro. Yeah. Like they're doing their job. And you're making it that much harder.
Yeah.
Like, imagine if someone pulled up to your office job and was like, go faster. Like, what are you doing?
Come on, fucking get it going.
Yeah.
Print that paper.
Not your boss either. Like, some
like,
random person
dude,
just going in. Yeah.
Yeah, no. There's a lot of people nowadays, like you said, that, like, they're so entitled and they're like, they expect you to get what they want. I'm like, no, bro.
Yeah, motherfucker.
Like, you clearly didn't get your ass beat as a kid.
Yeah.
It shows.
Yeah, no, for real. But what was I gonna say? I was taking that somewhere, bro. Oh yeah. Shitty jobs. So like working at a Jack in the Box, shit like that. What was the shittiest job you've ever had?
Oof. I would have to say the shittiest job as far as like
you don't have to say the exact place.
The work you had to do would probably be a trampoline park I worked.
Okay.
Because like who I worked with in the beginning, I loved it. Like, it was sweet. After a certain time, though, you're like, this is hell.
Like the job itself.
Yeah, you're like, God, this sucks. You just, like, I think what a big part of that is, so I turned 21 when I was working there.
Oh, okay.
And I remember my 21st was on a Tuesday, and I went out and got annihilated,
That's
bro.
the best way to go out.
I was, to this day, I can't just drink tequila. Like, I just can't. And I had to work the very next day, bro. And I get to work, dude, and I'm just like dry heaving. And it's just all these damn kids just screaming. And I was like, I can't do this forever. Like, this is not for me. Clean up after kids, like, especially in like a bathroom, restroom.
Oh, yeah.
Bro, that was...
I did not like going to the bathroom there.
Bro, yeah. Cleaning it, especially like on a Saturday, you're like, I know adults have been here. Like, how you gonna do me like this, bro?
Piss all over the floor and shit.
Yeah, there was one time, this is super gross, bro. One time I went in there and I was like, could smell it before you even walked in. I was like, no, God, no. And I walk in and like kick the door open and I'm like, yep, nope.
That's for later.
Like, I'm about to go find the youngest, newest member of the team and they are gonna go clean these bathrooms. That's exactly what I did. Some kid we just hired, he was like 16. He was like a weekend. I was like, hey, bro, bathrooms need cleaned. And he's like, really? I was like, yeah, go clean those bathrooms, bro. You see this? Like, it says assistant manager.
Yeah.
I'm not doing it.
You see what's on my chest?
Yeah.
You see what's on your chest? It's different.
And he goes in there and he comes back out. He's like, dude, I don't want to do it.
Yeah,
and I was like, I'll help you, but we got to get this done.
Both you guys just like, let's just put our 2 weeks in, bro.
Dude. I remember we went in there with like, we had a hose because there was a storage room right outside.
Okay.
I went and hooked that hose on, bro, because there's drains in there, bro. And I put a do not enter sign up and we sprayed it down. I was like, this is horrible, bro. Like, we gotta get out of here.
That's funny, dude.
But that was probably the
think,
worst, yeah.
I'm trying to think of my worst job. And do you remember we actually worked together at one point? It was for like only once or twice.
Think so.
It was when we were doing the vet check at the dairy.
Oh, dude, yeah.
I was like, I don't know if you'll remember that.
That was a rough one. It was
Yeah.
worth the money, but it was rough.
Yeah, dude. So that was that your senior year summer?
No, dude, I had just had my motorcycle. So that was like 5 years ago.
So it was like a year after my senior year.
Yeah.
So, okay, yeah. So right out of high school for me. And yeah, I don't even really remember what we had to do. I know we had to check the cows, like check them in on the system.
Yep.
And then we had the shots
Yep,
that
we had to give them
give certain.
shots. Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, dude.
Yeah. How did you like doing that shit?
Bro, I was totally okay as long as they weren't like roaming free.
Oh,
because,
okay.
dude, were you there when that chick got kicked?
No, I didn't go that time.
Bro.
But you told me about it.
Yeah, dude, this chick, she went so like some of the cows are like locked in for feeding, and that's usually the best time to get it because you got to get it in their ass.
Yeah.
And so like one was roaming around, and this chick, she was on the other end of this huge barn. Like, how big were these things? Like 200 yards long? Like,
Yeah, they're pretty huge.
yeah, and all of a sudden I'm watching her, and I'm like, all right, well, I'm gonna keep going my business.
Yeah.
And I just hear like smack, and I look down, dude, and she's at the other end, and I just see her like crumble, and I was like, she's dead. Like,
Yeah.
there's no recovery from this. Like, she's dead. And I go over. This chick was like the strongest cowgirl I've ever seen.
I remember that.
She stood up and she's like, I just need a break. I was like, I'd be quitting. What are you talking about, a break?
She got absolutely just annihilated by a cow. So, like you said, you got to put the shot in their ass. So you got to be somewhat behind them. And most cows, they let you do it.
Yeah.
They don't really feel it. But some of them, if you hit them in the wrong place, or even if they just feel uncomfortable, they will legit, like with all their force, just kick like as hard as they can.
They will Jackie Chan your ass so
Yeah,
quick.
I don't know what like the force is like, but it could break bones. I know
dude,
that for sure.
For sure. I was lucky. I never had. Like, you could see if they were irritated, they'd start lifting that foot. As soon as I saw that, I was like, hey, got it.
No, low-key, dude. I was gonna say that, like, if a cow was being too wild, I'd just be like, ha! Walk away.
Nailed it.
dude.
Walk away.
Yeah, got it.
Check that one off the list.
But that environment of working on a dairy, like, did you ever work on a dairy besides that?
Not really. I mean, my dad works on a big dairy, but like the only time I've worked with him, he does the feeder, so like he'll load it with the loader and then drive the truck up and down the road. So that was like my extent.
Okay, yeah, it's ass, dude.
Dude,
That,
I could imagine.
thinking about it now, it was the dairy. That's
Yep.
like the shittiest job I've ever had. No pun intended, because you're legit like walking around in cow shit all day.
Oh, dude. Yeah, I couldn't do that.
Yeah, and so what I did is I helped my dad, and he worked in the hospital.
okay.
So we dealt with like the sick cows, which in hindsight, I was like, dude, that's pretty easy. Like, they're not gonna run super fast. Like, most of them are sick, so you literally just have to tag them and then like shoo them into like the corner so that they can be separated.
Yeah.
Pretty easy stuff. But like the more I worked there, like the more that they were like, oh, why don't you go help those guys a little bit? Like, I'm good here. And I was like, no, I want to help the sick cows. What do you
Fuck
mean?
the healthy cows, bro.
I'm a
The sick
hospital
cows.
guy. Like, I thought that was my position. But and then I started helping with like separating beef cows from like mothers.
Ooh.
That, dude, that's another level. Like, you know how most like animals are like super drawn to their mothers right off birth? Like, cows are the same way, but like sadly enough, well, not sadly, I don't know. I don't want to get into that discussion, but like, most of the time the calves get taken from their moms
Yeah.
to the other section of the dairy. But like if those moms see you taking away their calves, dude, oh, you better watch out, bro. Some of them will chase you down.
I was like on site with them, huh?
No, legit, dude, on site. They're like, you taking my kid? You taking my kid? No, dude, no.
You about to get Will Smith.
Yeah.
Is basically what happened.
Legit, bro. Like they're mean. But I remember one time I was helping them load them into which is the point I was getting to, Angry Moms. I was helping them load the calves into the little trailers that they have. Because
Okay.
if there's a lot that were born on the same day, you just take them in groups.
Oh shit.
And yeah, because those dairies, they carry like, I don't know how many thousands of cows. So you get new calves like almost every day. Yeah, it's insane.
Holy shit.
But I remember we were helping them load them in. And like the way they had the trailer set up, there was 2 gates like this, and if you open them correctly, like on the right side, then you could just fit the trailer in and still manage to close the doors, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Like there's a certain gap you have to have. And I remember one time we were helping them put them in, and for some reason one of the doors, like it was, I don't know if the truck was crooked or what, but one of them shut, but the other one was hitting on the trailer when you would try to like shut it.
Oh shit.
And one cow, because cows are smart, bro. And one cow like sees that it's like banging against it because it was windy, and it just boom, just breaks, like doesn't break the fence, but opens the door and just whoa, like all the cows just start flooding out into the alleys. Yeah, dude, it was insane. So we spent like, we were supposed to be there for like not even half an hour, like loading the cows. We were there for like 4 hours trying to get them all in,
Dude. That would piss me off so bad. I'm like,
dude.
"God
You know how
damn it."
frustrated that made me? Like, because you would get one and you'd be like, all right, I got this one. And then like, because there was probably like 6 dudes out there by this time trying to get all the cows in. And like, if you had a whole group, and like I said, if just one was going away, if you try to just chase that one, all of them will go right to where you were, because cows are smart. They know
Yeah.
exactly where to go. So like 2 hours in, like after doing this for so long, you're like, oh shit, a cow. And then boom, all of the rest of them go too.
You're like, God.
And it's
damn
just
it."
an ongoing cycle. Oh my God. Like, it's terrible.
Just fucking keeps going.
No, literally. Welcome back after a little break. But we were talking about shitty jobs.
Yep.
What was your second shitty job?
Oh man. Probably when I was building patio covers, bro. honestly.
Patio covers, like
Like-
carports, or?
Yeah, so like carports, pouring concrete slabs, removing sod to pour a concrete slab.
So you're like full on like making you a patio.
Yeah, dude.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so most of them were like, the only time I've ever fallen off a roof was doing this job.
What?
Yeah, bro, like
Was it a big roof?
it was it was bad. So like, you know where Lava Hot Springs is, right? Like
Over-
past Pocatello. a little
Yeah,
ways,
yeah,
like
yeah.
in between Pocatello and the Utah area. So I had to go over there solo just to check. Like I was just supposed to go and silicone a piece that there was a leak going on. So I was
okay.
like, all right, bet. I'll take
Easy.
a day to drive up there and go put some silicone on. Easy. Well, when I get there, this was done before I started, and I see it, and I'm like, dang, it's on like a deck that's like on the side of a hill on this house, right? So like
Oh.
the deck is, and then there's nothingness.
Yeah, it's like a
So
long
I'm
way
up on
down.
this roof, dude, and it was like, it wasn't super wet, but there was like a little bit from like the summertime, like the mildew
Oh,
stuff.
like the dew, yeah.
Yeah. So I'm up there, bro, and I'm like, man, this is a pretty sweet area. Like, this is pretty cool. And I'm siliconing, and like I took a step to the left thinking I had a little bit more room. There was no room, bro.
Oh.
Fucking just poof, right into a bush, bro. And I just
Like a
laid there.
cartoon?
Yeah, dude. And I was just laying there. I was like, God damn it. And I was like, I don't think anything's broken. You start like feeling your chest, like feeling like like branches or something. I'm like, I think, oh my God, I'm okay.
Yeah.
I'm good. And I go to stand up, bro. And as soon as I stand up, there's like, bush had like a ledge, dude. And so I fucking stand up and go to turn, fall off that. I was like, son of a bitch. I called my boss, dude. I've never been so pissed off in my life because it was just like, why didn't you tell me that you could fall off these fucking roofs? And he's like, you fell off a roof? It's like, no shit. Yeah. That's why I'm yelling about it. Like, dude, that sucks so bad. Like, that was probably the second worst. I think the only good thing about that job is at the time I was 19 and I was living with the boys, bro. I was living in a 1-bedroom, 1-bath, like Slumdog Millionaire type house, bro. And there was like what?
Nicknamed?
It was nicknamed the Trap House. Yeah. Like, I don't know if all the boys listen to this podcast, but if they do, they're gonna know. They know exactly. Anybody that has talked to me or knows me will know about the Trap House.
You know exactly what house that is.
You know which house it is. You could probably name the street it's on. Yeah. But dude, in that house, there was at one point it started off just me and we'll just call him LaMelo. It was just me and LaMelo. And then, fuck, dude, maybe 4 months into the two of us living there, our one buddy got evicted. And he's like, hey, bro, can I just crash just for a couple nights? And I was like, yeah, that's cool. You know, a week or two, and he'll be outie. 2 months down the road, another buddy is like, hey, bro, I need somewhere to go. Can I just crash? I'm like, fuck, man. I guess. I mean, we have a little bit more room for another single mattress on the floor in the dining room area. Yeah. Like, you can swing at that. He's like, yeah, that's cool. That's cool. Bro, like 2 months later, we had 2 more move in with us. At one point in this 1 bedroom, there was 6 dudes. Like,
what? I never knew it got that high.
Bro, it got bad. So in the bedroom was me and LaMelo. And we each had, his bed was he had a queen on the floor, like just a mattress. No box spring, nothing. And then my bed was a full, and it had a spring. I was set up, bro. It was mint. And then you go into the living room, and we had one buddy sleeping on the couch. Then we had this like love seat thing. Another buddy was on that.
Nice.
Then we had 2 single beds in the hall, like in the living room, in like the dining room. Literally, they would just lay him down when it was time to go to sleep, and then they woke up, they lift their mattress up and make a walkway. Yeah. But oh, dude, the things that happened in that house, like I haven't partied since I was like 21 because I got all of that out of my system between the ages of 19 and 20.
Yeah, bro.
Like that hanging out with all those guys, living with the boys in that house, bro. We went out. Shit, we'd be out Thursday night, and it'd be like a little gathering of like 30 people. And then Friday, Saturday come, we're at a big-ass house party. Like, I drove to parties in Boise. We drove to parties in Pokey. When I was 18, so right before we moved into this house, me and KB decided we decided we were going to go up to Boise to hang out with LaMelo and some other homies up there. Well, these guys, LaMelo at the time was 19, me and KB were 18, and then all our older friends were already there, but they were all over 21.
Oh,
so they're in Boise, bro, and they're like, you know what, we're going to go downtown. And I was like, bro, if I drive up there and y'all are in a club and I can't get in, I'm going to be pissed.
Like, come on now.
Like, that's messed up. And we get there, and me and KB text LaMelo. We're like, where you at, bro? He's like, bro, I'm in Fatty's. Like, how?
Yeah.
Bro, what you mean you're in Fatty's?
It's a club. Yeah.
Like, I was like, what the hell is that? And he tells me it's a club. It's a bar. And I was like, this motherfucker. Okay. And I look at KB. I'm like, bro, what are we gonna do? He's like, we're gonna go up in that bitch. And I was like, say less. Let's go. They got this big line. Like, dude, it was wrapped around. Like, they were full. And KB looks at me. He's like, hey, when a big group comes out, he's like, just fucking follow me. We're gonna walk up in there. I was like, okay, yeah. Okay.
Sure thing, bud.
Sure as shit, bro. Like 5 minutes. Big group comes out, and he's like, hey, let's go. And he just takes off. Security's like, hey, IDs. I was like, I'll go get him, bro. No worries. He's like, appreciate it. I was like,
dumbass.
Yeah, dude, I was like, that dumb motherfucker. I'm out. You ain't gonna see me the whole night.
Yeah, you dumb as hell letting me come in here.
We walk up, we go right to the bar. Everyone's there. So there's 3 of us that are under 20 just hanging out. Well, KB gets his bright idea. He's like, I'm going to buy a round for everyone. Like, we just got paid. We were working at Maxie's and Idaho Pizza, bro. You think we really balling that hard?
I remember that.
Like, we are not balling enough to be buying a round for all the homies. Like, we can't do it. So I didn't buy none. I was like, I'm I'm good.
You buy it.
You said you was gonna buy. So he decides he's gonna buy Patron.
Yeah.
Bro, you know how expensive a shot of Patron is at a bar? It's $25 a
Yeah.
round. Like,
Ugh.
I think he bought like for 11 people. Bro, he dropped
No.
over half his paycheck
Dude.
on one round of shots.
No.
Dude, I was like,
God.
bro, we had plans this weekend.
Yeah.
Rent's due. What are you doing?
Where we gonna live?
Yeah, I was like, we about to live on the streets. That's all we can do. But yeah, dude, so yeah, man, the trap house was oof. I would
Yeah.
get into more detail about the trap house, but
What was it like just living with 6 people? Like, what was he like in the morning? Because you guys all had jobs. So where are you guys going? Like, how does one shower? Like 10 minutes and then or what?
so at the time, the only ones with like jobs was me, Lambello, and then we're gonna call him Frankie.
Oh, so three out of the 6.
Three of us had jobs, and like I'm always the person like I'll shower at night, like as soon as I get home from work, and then in the morning I can just brush my teeth, put
Same.
deodorant in, and I'm good. That way I don't have to worry about that.
Yeah.
But like that was a struggle, bro. But for the most part, the guys that didn't work, they'd be asleep. They were sleeping.
okay.
For the whole as soon as we got up to go and leave and work, we wouldn't hear from them till like 11.
Oh,
Like,
shit.
fucking bums. But yeah. But I mean, at the time I was like, you know what? Fuck it, do you, boo boo?
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
you just living your
I
life.
mean, yeah, you guys were 19, 20.
Yeah, dude, like no responsibility.
Yeah.
I think the only thing we paid for was like electricity, and then you gotta have internet. You know, that was one big thing. Like, we had a lot of internet over there.
Yeah, y'all are gamers too, huh?
Yeah,
I want to
yeah.
get in on that. Yeah, I want to start talking about some games.
Oh, dude, I'm down.
Yeah, so we'll skip past the trap house for now. But like originally, where did you start with video games?
Oh shit, was it the Super Nintendo? I think so. Like our older brother, he got a Super Nintendo when we were little, dude, and then he got a PlayStation 2. Yeah, he got a PlayStation 2. So me and TJ got the Nintendo. We're like, fucking say let's bet.
Yeah.
Like, I'm gonna get down on some Mario Kart.
Yeah.
And it just started there, dude. And then, you know, you play PS2 for whenever the older brother wasn't awake. Like, my favorite thing was me and TJ when he would be sleeping, because our older brother slept in. Like, he would sleep in late. Him and his friends would, I think they'd leave at like 1 o'clock in the morning, because at the time Maverick and Kimberly had a Krispy Kreme.
Yeah.
And the donut guy got there at like midnight.
Oh,
so
them
him and his
fresh
two buddies,
donuts?
dude, they'd get up, go to Kimberly, they'd each get like a dozen.
Oh.
There's 3 of them, bro. I'm like, say less. Something that was my favorite. I don't know if TJ really remembers it too much. He might, but like me and him, this little bastard woke up at like 6. Every it didn't matter the day, bro.
Yeah.
It could be a Saturday. We were up till like 3. He's getting up at 6.
Yeah.
He'd get up and then he'd watch TV. Would wake me up, and then so our oldest brother's 6 years older than me, 8 years older than Isaac or than TJ. Well, then Saturday I'd go down, and you'd have to go down the steps, you know, at our house.
Yeah.
And his room was in the basement. And I'd sneak into the basement, and then I would legit army low crawl into his room, bro. Because I knew there was donuts and Mountain Dew in there. Like, I just had to go acquire it. Like,
so
I knew it was in there. And I would sneak in there. I'd grab like 3 or 4 donuts, whatever my little greasy hands could get a hold of. And I'd fucking grab it, army crawl back to TJ, and we'd sprint upstairs, bro. And like, one time I got greedy and I did take a box thinking they had extras. They didn't have extras, bro. And Mama wasn't there because it was during the summer to protect us.
No.
Oof. Yeah, that was mistakes were made.
That's funny that you say that, dude. Because when I still lived at my parents' house and I was working, I would come home, and this guy, dude, I would like position like controllers or like my pillows in a certain fashion so I knew if somebody was in there. And every day, dude, I would come home and I would notice. I felt like a detective, like trying to find some criminal, bro. I was like, someone's in here. Like, someone's in here consistently. Like, every day that I'm gone, someone comes in here. And so he didn't know, but on the PlayStation 4, that Anyway, we'll skip past that part. But on the PS4, you can get an app on your phone that it tells you whenever someone starts playing. And so I set that up, and I was like, all right, if it's Yandel, like, I'm going to know, and I'm going to catch him.
I'm about to catch him.
And so I remember it, like, sure enough, the next day I get the notification, Yandel Gill has logged into the PS4, and I'm like, this
Damn.
motherfucker.
I knew it.
Yeah, I was like, I knew it. I knew he had been in here. And so I go home, and I don't know if he remembers, but he was on the couch. And I walk up to him, and I'm like, what are you doing? You know, what are you doing today? Like, what'd you do today? And he's like, oh, nothing. I've been tired. I've just been on the couch watching TV. And I was like, oh, sick. And I walked into my room, and I was like, huh, someone left, like, the PS4 on. Like, do you know who did that? And he's like, no, I don't know. He's like, he's lying to me, like, straight to my face. And I'm like, oh, all right, whatever. Maybe it's just updating. I'm still playing dumb. And finally, I'm just like, I have an app that shows me whenever you get on my PS4.
He's like, oh. Yeah, that was me, bro.
No, literally. Because, like, I would find, like, Coke cans, or, like, someone would leave a play. And I'm like, bro, I didn't do that. No, it's so weird.
Bro, that's the little brother hustle. I'm telling you. That's a crucial role you got to play.
Which is funny, because I didn't have that. Like, I'm the oldest boy.
Yeah.
My sister doesn't play video games. I mean, she plays, like, the Switch with us when we play. But, like, yeah, for the most part, I didn't know that. I was just like, are there leprechauns in here? Looking for me pot of gold. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah, no, the little brother role is to sneak in. And if you, like, me and TJ had to do it a lot because our older brother, man, he was stingy with the systems.
I was too, not gonna lie.
This is like, bitch, you have been home all day playing. We can't get one game in. We're just trying to Ratchet and Clank, bro.
Yeah.
And then for one of my birthdays, my mom got me back in the day when Guitar Hero first came out.
Oh.
Got Guitar Hero 2.
Hell yeah.
And then somebody had to be less stingy because he wanted to play that. And I was like, well, I'm trying to play PlayStation. Like, you let me play this for this amount of time. You can play a couple of games of Guitar Hero. And like, that leveled the playing field. And then I got an Xbox. And then
Oh, hell yeah.
at that point, once I had an Xbox, I got Halo with it. And he was like, hey, let me play Xbox. And I was an asshole, bro. I was like, no. Remember all those times I wanted to play PlayStation? Me and TJ are playing the Xbox. Like,
there's only 2 controllers. Sorry.
yeah. We had 2 controllers. And he was like, let me play some Halo with you. I'm like, no. We're going to play Halo.
You want to play Master Chief? No, you can't. That's so funny. No, well, now Yandel probably feels that same way because he got a PS5. And I'm like, hey, let me play.
No.
He got, I don't know if you guys remember the SpongeBob Battle for Bikini Bottom.
Oh, yeah.
He got it on the PS5.
What?
Yeah, it's remastered. So, and it's so funny, dude. It's coming full circle because literally this morning or last night, he's like, "Oh shit! Like, look, there's a SpongeBob game," and I was like, "Oh, like I think that's the one that I used to play." And he's like, "Oh, like I'm gonna download it." And I was like, "Okay, sick." And I looked it up, and it was the GameCube game that I used to play. And so he was downloading it, and then we were watching like an NBA game or something. So he paused it. But I had forgotten that. So I woke up this morning at 9 because that's early for us. Our family sleeps in. but I woke up at 9, dude. And I woke up and I was like, oh, the SpongeBob game. Like, I'm going to go play it.
It's game over, bro. It's about to go down.
I log in and I'm like, hell yeah. Like, so many memories about to come back. And it's like paused. 0 gigabytes downloaded. And I was like, no.
Like, son of a bitch.
Literally, I was pissed. And then he got out of bed and I was like, yeah, you didn't unpause the game download, dude.
Look what you did, you little jerk.
Literally. Playing with my emotions. No, but so you got the Xbox. I remember we used to play Halo 3 on that all the time.
All the time, bro. That's still like if we ever go to like the council games nights, you've been to them a few times, bro. Like, well, shit. For my bachelor party, we did that. We had there was like 3 of us, 3 different Xboxes, I think, and everybody was playing
'cause-
Alpha Zombies or like teaming up.
Yeah,
Bro, that's-
because buddies of ours, they have a house in Twin,
Yep.
and there's like TJ used to live there, and there's what, like 3 TVs in the living room. Yeah, there's 3 TVs in the living room, like each one to a separate console. Like those guys game, bro.
Bro, they do not play no games.
5-inch, like,
Yeah,
all
dude.
lined up.
Yeah, but sorry, your bachelor party.
Oh, dude, yeah, that was an aggressive night because our buddy, we'll just call him D-Mac.
Okay.
He came down. He's actually from California. He came up for it, and I remember when I picked him from the airport, I was like, hey, so we're gonna be playing games tonight. I was like, be forewarned, like it can get a little hostile in there. And he's like, nah, bro, we'll be good. And we're like, all right, whatever. And we were playing Smash Bros. And he was drunky pants. He's like, I'm not gonna play. Like, I'm
Yeah.
gonna just watch. And I was like, all right, man, bet, say less. Like, it's going down. You're gonna miss out. And I remember we're playing that, and finally, I don't know who brought it up, but were you playing? Did you come with it too?
I didn't go that night.
Oh, so
yeah,
we played,
you guys invited me, but I was like, shit, I can't. I don't remember what I was doing, but
That's fair. So after the video games, we got kind of sidetracked real quick, but we were playing Cards Against Humanity, right?
oh, I love that game.
Yeah, so do I. And one of the cards was, it was like, I receive blank for restitutions. And like those that don't know, D-Mac is he's African American.
It's so awkward.
And like
He's like, try not to get canceled.
yeah, bro. But so some of the cards get, and I had a great card. So I was like, and this is horrible, bro. So the card that I have ended up winning, and he was the one that read it. So that was even better. It was like,
yeah.
I received blank for restitutions, and he's like, you bastard. And so when he read mine, the full sentence was, I received slavery for restitutions. I still feel bad about it. But at the time, I was drunk, and it was hilarious.
Yeah. Well, you guys are close enough friends
Oh,
and
dude,
long
yeah.
enough friends that he probably just laughed too.
I just remember he looked at me, and he's like, you bastard, that's so good. And he just started laughing. And then once he started laughing, I was like, okay, we're good. We're good.
Yeah, the whole room was kind of like,
Everybody, after they read it, they're like looking around like, who did it? And I'm over there like, I don't know who the fuck did that.
this is our friend.
Tried to play it off like, man, whoever did that's messed up.
Yeah.
But did it win? Like, I get that 7th card or what, bro?
For real. As soon as he says like, all right, this is, you're like, I said it.
So yeah, but
That's so
no, back
funny.
to sorry to sidetrack.
No, dude, that's
one
fucking
of my
hilarious.
favorite stories. Back to Halo though, dude. I feel like that was like one of the last games where game chat was allowed to be
Brutal.
yeah. Like I feel like today's generation of gamers, like if they got onto an old like Xbox or 360 game chat, they would get eaten alive, bro.
Yeah.
Like, or that random kid that's always like, you're a bitch.
Yeah, you're a bitch. You're a bitch.
Yeah. It's like, I remember those kids and I hated them, but
Yeah.
like, that's a memory I'll never forget. Because now you
Yeah.
hear someone saying, they're like, dude, you're so ass. You're dog water, bro. And you're like,
Yeah.
is that an insult? What? He didn't just say he was going to fuck my mom. That's not insulting.
This is light. No,
Yeah.
I agree with that, dude. But think back then, like if you said some messed up shit, like they couldn't go to like Twitter after screen
Yeah.
recording you say
Oh,
that
bro,
and
for
get you
reals.
reported. You
Oh,
know what
dude.
I mean?
Yeah, there would be a lot of famous gamers that were no longer famous. That's for sure.
I mean, I don't know, dude. Ninja, there's been clips of him released like countless times, and man's is still a millionaire. So
Yeah, I think he's lucky.
he's a pansy, dude.
Dude, he is. Yeah. At first, when everybody was talking about it, I was like, oh, that guy seems kind of cool. And then I watched videos on him. I was like, dude, this guy's a douche.
Yeah, he's a
Like,
dick, dude. A lot of
you
people don't know
purple-haired
that.
Fuck, leave me alone.
Yeah. But getting into that, what would have happened if like you would have started streaming? Do you think you could envision yourself doing that? Like being a professional gamer pretty much?
Bro, I'd be canceled. Like, there's no way I wouldn't have got canceled.
Let's say there's no cancellations. Do you think you could compete? In any game?
Bro, if there was a game, it'd be... I think the only game that I'm actually, like, not garbage at was probably, like, FIFA, bro.
Oh, okay. I never played FIFA, really.
Yeah, the first one I actually played was from Marco. I went into his house, and he's like, hey, you want to play, bro? And I was like, oh, sure, yeah. And then he proceeded to kick my ass by, like, 13-1. And I was like, let me borrow this, bro. I'll give this back to you in like a week. Let me borrow this. And he's like, all right, go for it. I grinded so hard in that game. That whole week. I was like, man, I'm coming. I'm going to get it back to him. Don't you? I'm going to give you it back, bro. That very next week, dude, I came and I returned it to him. I was like, hey, you want to play around? I'm a little
just
better
run it
now.
back real quick.
And he's like, yeah, sure, man. Why not? We played like 6 games, bro, and I kicked his ass every time. And I was like, this is for that 13-1 beatdown you gave me. And yeah, no, that's probably the only game, bro. Cause
FIFA?
like,
You dig FIFA?
I really enjoy it. Yeah, I'm like, I'm sure if I played people that were actually good though, like it'd be brutal.
It's pretty insane, dude.
Dude, yeah, I watch videos on it and I'm like, man, I suck.
Did
Like,
you ever play Apex Legends?
Dude, I tried all those battle royale games. I can't do it. Like,
Dude, honestly, like Apex is such a I feel like you have to be good to play that game.
Dude, yeah.
Or else you just don't have any fun at all.
yeah, bro. Like, I played Apex with KB like a few times, and then LaMelo really likes it, but dude, I can't do it. Like, I feel like I started playing it. I tried in like the second season, and it was too late. Like, there was already everybody knew what they were doing, and I tried like 5 different times. I was like, God, I hate this game.
You guys used to get down on PUBG too, huh?
Oh yeah, yep. I was pretty good at PUBG. I mean, the friends that we were talking about with all those guys are good.
I want to have a Wiley on. Wiley said he wanted to be
Bro.
on. So I was like, all right. Yeah.
Wiley is the most frustrating person to game with because
Toxic one.
he's
so
extremely
funny, dude.
toxic. But what sucks is you want Wiley to be bad at a game.
Yeah,
Like,
and
you
he's
want
not.
him to be like, you're like, man, this game he's gonna suck. And then it's like he'll try like 2 rounds and be like, oh, I got it figured out. Like, bro, if you don't
He's
take
like,
your
wow, the
gym,
metrics on this game are kind of ass.
or he'll be like, oh, I hate the
random shit.
sensitivity. 6, 12.
Yeah.
I'm like, bro, I can't even run on 5. What are you doing?
It's so funny. Yeah. No, Wiley's a good guy, dude.
Dude, yeah.
I can't wait to have him on. I haven't talked to him in a while.
Dude, Elden Ring has taken his life. He actually just bought my motorcycle from me. Hell yeah.
What? Oh,
Yeah.
shit. We can get into your motorcycle because you actually got in an accident a couple years ago.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, the first within 3 months of owning it, I was just cruising down Washington. You know, the one turns onto the one way, right? I was doing like 45, and this guy from Oregon sitting at the stop sign decides he doesn't have to stop anymore, even though I'm right there, and it's like pulls right out, dude. And I like in the moment I was like, either I just fucking go yeet over my handlebars and mess myself up, or I can just hopefully dump this less aggressively. I really wish I wouldn't have had to dump it because that hurt so bad, dude.
Yeah, I bet.
Like, my dumb ass, I'd had it for a month and I was thinking I was hot shit, you know? So I was wearing a t-shirt and shorts. Bro, I was picking asphalt pebbles out of my ass.
Oh my
Like,
God,
yeah,
dude.
just road rash all the way up my side, bro. I tore all the ligaments in one of my ankles.
So you just like turned and dropped? Or?
So you just kind of like hit the brakes, dude, and just kind of dump it down.
Like almost laid
you
down?
just lay it down, yeah.
Yeah,
And-
holy
oh,
cow.
bro.
Going 45?
Yeah, that was probably one of the most painful things I've ever done on 2 wheels was that, for sure.
Uh-huh.
Just because, like, my helmet, you can see on the helmet, bro, there's a chunk, like, that got scraped out of the helmet. And when the cops got there, you know, they're like, do you want to go to the hospital? And I was like, no. I'm not riding an ambulance, bro. I am poor.
Yeah, God, yeah, dude.
I
these
can't afford
ambulance-
that. And they're like, all right, well, can you call someone? I was like, yeah, I'll call my mom. So I'm like, hey, mom, I just got in a crash. I wrecked my motorcycle. She's like, where are you? I was like, Pole Line and Washington. And their officer's like, no, you're at Washington and 2nd. And I was like, Washington and 2nd.
Oh, man.
He's like, are you sure you don't want to go to the hospital? I'm good, man. Emergency care is like $60. We'll just hit that quick care. We'll be good. That was a fun time. But now, yeah, Wiley's got that. which is nice for me. The wife wasn't letting me ride it anyway.
Oh, okay.
So, and I'm not complaining, bro. It's fun for like a good year. It was super fun. But I mean, I did some terrible. I did things that I was not well thought out. Like the second month I owned it, after it got after I dumped it over, I thought it was a good idea to go up to the South Hills on it, and I was like asking the few buddies I had that had motorcycles, "Hey, you guys want to go with me? Like, I'm off today." And they're like, "No, I'm working. I can't." I was like, "Man, fuck that. I'll go."
Oh, by yourself?
Yeah, I was like, "Man, I've been on it 2 months. I got this. How hard could it be? How hard could it be?" So I'm going up and doing it, and I was doing like anywhere from 65 to 85, like just going around the corners.
Cow.
And then I went around one corner that had a little bit of gravel on it, dude, and the back end just kind of like popped.
Oh,
bro, let me tell you, never have my butthole puckered so hard in my life.
I was like, your throat, huh?
Bro, dude, I was like, I'm gonna die. Like,
yeah.
After that, I was like, 45 is a good speed.
Yeah, holy cow.
35, 45, I'm good with that. These pretty road, I'm gonna just enjoy it. You know? All the way back down, same thing. I was like, just chilling, bro. We just cruising.
Dude, it's funny. I forgot who I had this conversation with somebody, but it's so funny how like when you almost wreck, you get humbled so hard.
Dude, so fucking fast.
You're hella quiet in the car for 10 minutes after it, bro. It's just like, radio's not even loud.
Yeah,
You're
dude.
just like, that was close.
Dude, yeah, I've had some crazy experiences. Me and KB almost died once.
Jeez.
So you know those canal roads that are like they're dirt roads, like so in high school we were riding on this road, right? And one of our buddies lived on the end of it. You know who I'm talking about? The tree farm.
Oh yeah, yeah.
So we were leaving that house. Well, that road's all dirt, bro. You know, and you just got turns, but you got one blind corner where there's traffic could be coming this way. You can't see it. And so, dude, we're cruising. You know, we're sliding it. Come around this corner and we're sliding it and we see a car. And all I can think of, dude, is I was just like, close my eyes.
Oh,
I closed my eyes, bro, and I'm driving. And the other car, it turned out to be our buddies from Hanson. But yeah, we stop and I was just like, I look at KB and he's like, bro, I just closed my eyes. I was like, so did I. He's like, you fucking what? I was like, bro, I didn't know what to do. Like, I was like, but did you die? Like,
we're still here.
We're golden. He's like, why would you close your eyes? What would you have done? Like, I had fully accepted that this could have happened. So, you know.
Yeah, dude.
But dude, yeah, I've had some weird, I've had some luck. I've been lucky as shit.
Same,
for sure.
bro. And I always try to emphasize, like, don't be like us, man.
Yeah, no, dude.
Like,
If
we
there's-
did get lucky, you
Bro,
know?
yeah, like, if there is kids that are listening to this, like, don't push your luck.
Well,
Like,
even adults, dude. I was
Yeah.
in Twin today, and I'm like, where did you get your license, my
Bro.
G? Like, get the fuck off the road.
yeah, if people, like, you think you're a great driver until something like that happens.
Yeah.
And like you said, bro, you're like, hey, bro, I'm going to go back to driving school. Like, turns out I missed a couple chapters.
You're praying, you're like, I know I ain't been living right, man.
Yeah. Like, thank you. You right. You right.
Just like that, bro. No, that's funny, man. But yeah, we're about an hour in. What do you think? We ready to cap this off, or you got any other things you want to say to the people? I like to, I had Marco drop a little wisdom. I don't know if you got some wisdom in you. I know you got tons. Some you want to share, I should say.
I guess the only little bit of wisdom I had is, you're going to make mistakes, man. Like, it's part of life. You got to live and learn. I've learned a lot. I've learned a lot. There's a lot I haven't learned, but don't push your luck. Like, if you feel like you're at a point where, I'm cutting it close, that might be the time to, like, you know, be done with it. Try something new. Like,
Yeah, I get that, man. Because, I mean, not to get all serious on the pod, but yeah, it's true, dude. I think a lot of us are starting to kind of take things for granted. And it goes back to that entitlement thing where, you know, we went into COVID, we got those stimulus checks. And I feel like that kind of shifted like the nation a little bit. Like, oh, I don't need to work. You know
yeah,
what
bro,
I mean?
for sure.
It's important. Like, if you actually want to do something with your life, you have to work for it.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? And it's not going to come today. It's not going to come tomorrow. But as long as you're putting in that effort, at least you can say, like, hey, I tried.
Yeah, for sure.
Like, regardless, you may shit on me, like, but I tried. Like,
Exactly. Yeah,
you know what I
trying is
mean?
the biggest thing. I guess one thing is if, like me, I didn't go to college right out of high school. I'm going now. But for me personally, that works. If you're somebody that, like, man, I'm sick of school. Like, once I graduate high school, I'm done. I would recommend, this is what I've done. I've worked so many different jobs. Like, I've worked in factories, fast food. It doesn't hurt to try. Like, give yourself a
for
few different things to try out. Like, what I'm doing now, I love doing it.
Yeah, let's get into that. We didn't really get to talk about that.
So right now, I'm in HVAC, so home heating, like heating and air conditioning.
Construction work.
Yeah, that's that sort of thing. Mainly just kind of like making sure everybody stays cool, gets their heat. But it's something that if I would have found it right out of high school, I would have just picked it up and ran with it because it's something that I thoroughly enjoy. Like, I really love it. The worst part about it is every now and then I'm in a crawl space with spiders.
Is
But other than that, like,
that's a 4-year program?
So at CSI's got a really good one. It's a 1-year program.
What?
11 straight months. I'm actually 3 months away from being done with it. But
Holy cow.
yeah, dude, it's nice. It's a learning experience for sure. Like, there's a lot that when I first started in the trade, like, I was like, this is it? Like,
Yeah.
what? And now after this, I'm like, whoa.
There's a lot that goes into it.
There's a lot, yeah.
All the codes and shit that you gotta follow.
Dude, so many codes. Yeah, like, if you're somebody that doesn't know what you want to do, trade work, bro.
Yeah.
Plumbing, electrical, HVAC. It's all things that welding. It's all things that the world needs to go
Facts,
around.
dude.
Like,
especially with Idaho. Like, I was telling some people that, like, there's gonna be like hundreds of homes being built just in Idaho next year.
it's
or even this year.
crazy. So many people.
There's like 300 homes being built just in Kimberly alone.
TJ said there's 300 homes being built in Kimberly alone this year.
Yeah, dude. Like, it's just popping off, and it's a trade. Something like, once you get that J card, bro, you have
Yeah.
it. Like, you just, and that's work that you can work anywhere. Like, you don't have to go to a 4-year school. If you don't want to go to school very long, try a trade. See if it's something you're interested in. That's for sure something I would always recommend.
Because like Marco said on his pod, like, he did the diesel tech program. It's a 2-year program.
Yep.
Like, if you're into that shit, try it out.
Yeah, the worst that's gonna happen is you're gonna be like, all right, it's not really for me.
Yeah, take me for example. I don't know if you knew this, but I tried to be a plumber, bro.
Oh shit.
Yeah. I did. I had the crack showing and everything, dog.
That's how you do it. That's where you start.
Nah, but I tried it, and I had heard a lot of good things, and I saw that plumber's pay was gonna just skyrocket over the next couple of years. Like, a journeyman in Idaho in 4 years will be making at least $60 an hour.
Yeah, dude. It's those trades, man. That's where the money's at. Honestly,
Yeah.
I mean, unless you're gonna go and be like a CEO or something.
Yeah. There's different routes.
Yeah, like, there's a lot of different routes, but if you're good with just like going to school and learning as you go, really is kind of what those trades are like.
That's what we're all doing, you know?
Exactly. So yeah, man, that's about all I got is try different stuff until you find something you like. And then once you like it and you found it, run with it.
Hell yeah, bro. Well, I appreciate you being on the pod.
Hey, bro.
Shout out to Jerry Cuts for hooking it up with the fresh
reals.
phase, you know?
Yes, sir. Hey, bro, I appreciate you having me on here. And, bro, big shout out to my boy AG. He's killing the game out here, my guy.
I appreciate it.
I got you. You're killing it. On the low, though, when we going to play some Smash Bros?
Yeah, dude, I got it set up upstairs right now.
Bro, let's cut this right here.
All right. Tune in next week, guys. Thank you.